Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. So today I'm going to be really quick. It's a podcast about my monthly figures. The month just gone, which is March. I'm going to get into it. And the reason I'm going to be quick is because we're still on holiday with the kids and stuff. Just come back for a couple of days and then we're out again. Going to Doncaster races and into Blackpool. I love Blackpool. Nobody slag it off. Okay. I love Blackpool. The wife hates it. The kids love it. So we're going. We're in charge of this family. We're not really, the wife is, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so in March, how did it go? We had 126 quotes. Now, the quotes are down, massively down. And the reason of that, because of that, so this could be a quick podcast. The reason that because the quotes are down, this is just at Willoughby, remember. So this is Willoughby site. It's nothing to do with Clough Road. This is just Willoughby. And we will have monthly figures, etc., when we get the reports up and running for Clough Road. But at the minute, this is just for Willoughby. So this is Stormore Willoughby. And the reason why the quotes are down is because previously, when you come to our website, it would, or every single person from the whole of Hull would go to the quotes would go to Willoughby, but maybe 40% of those people, Willoughby was at one side of Hull. It was at West Hull. And so the people in East Hull, it wouldn't have suited because it was too far away. To get across Hull is ridiculous in traffic. So there's no way. So we would, although we was getting maybe 200 quotes, maybe 100 of those quotes wasn't worthwhile because it was location dependent is self-storage and they're not in the location that we would serve. But so now what's happening, when you come to our website, you put in your postcode and it will automatically show you which site you are closest to. So if you're closer to Clough Road, then it'll show you Clough Road prices. And if you're closer to Willoughby, it will show you Willoughby's prices. So what we're doing is we're getting a lot less quotes, but we're getting higher quality leads because they're in the correct location. And the great thing is, before we was just having, if you think of everything as a funnel down, you funnel people, you lose people throughout the funnel. Obviously, the funnel starts off wide and then you lose people all the way down until at the bottom where they can become actual customers. And so at the very, very start of it, we would lose people. We'd lose probably 50% of our customers because it wasn't location right. And so they would just go out of our funnel and we couldn't serve them, we couldn't help them, we couldn't enroll them, we couldn't get them as customers, we couldn't get them as clients. And so we were losing them customers. But now, because of Clough Road's at the other end of Hull, now what we're doing is we're setting up a different funnel because those people who are right for Willoughby now go into another bucket, into another funnel, and we don't lose them customers. So whichever side of Hull you're at, we will be right for you. And we've got the potential of converting you to a customer. So yes, we're getting less quotes now at Willoughby, but we're getting higher quality of quotes because they're more location suitable for us. So yes, less quotes, but higher conversions. That is the key, the higher conversions. And the people who the people who aren't having quotes through Willoughby now are having quotes through Clough Road. And we're having a higher conversion rate there as well because of the simple fact is the location suitable for our self-storage. Hopefully I've explained that correctly. So yes, we're having less quotes, but it's better quotes, so the higher quality leads because of obviously location suitable. Hopefully that explains it. So 126 quotes, which is a little bit down from previous months, but that's okay. It's okay because what we really want to know is how many move-ins and how many conversions. And how much money we're taking. That's ultimately all what counts. So that's an average of 4 quotes per day, 4.06 if you want to get pedantic, and I do. I love being pedantic. Number of reservations is 52. So if you look at our conversion rates from quotes to reservations, it's 46%. 46 fucking percent. It's incredible. That is bananas. I love that. 46.03% if we're being pedantic. So yeah, really good there. So conversions to move-ins. So the conversion rate. How many move-ins did we have? We had 39 move-ins in the month of March. So that's a conversion rate of 31%. So the move-ins, 39, it's a little bit lower as well. So it's a little bit lower. And maybe it's because now people have got the option. And if it was in the middle, maybe they've gone to Clough Road as opposed to coming to Willoughby. But ultimately, I'm a big picture thinking type of guy. And the big picture is very, very positive. So conversions, reservations, quotes to move-ins is 31%, 30.95% of. So that's a pretty good conversion rate. Really happy with that. We've had 8 cancelled reservations in the month of March. That's 15.38%. So I think that's quite high. Anything above 10% for me is very, very high. Don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like we're getting delivery outside. I've got a door open. God damn it. I'll carry on. and maybe it's for another house or something. Right, so marketing. This is important. And this is so overlooked by so many different people, but you want to know where your customers are coming from, not just your quotes, but your actual customers who actually move in with you. I tell you what, I'm going to pause it because I think they're coming to me. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yes, he did come to me, but he's posted it or something. I don't know. Right, so number of inquiries. We had 72 inquiries from Google, but we had 26 move-ins. That's 57% of our overall inquiries. However, we had 67% of our overall move-ins came from Google. Incredible. This time, it's for me, it's that's quite surprising, because what we would normally expect, we would expect a lesser percentage, because Google isn't a warm lead. It's because, well, I suppose now we are a warm lead. This is interesting, actually. I love this. This is why it's good to do these podcasts. I was going to say it's not a warm lead because it could come from the whole of Hull. But now we know that it's location dependent where you get your prices from. So that is incredible. That I might do a deep dive episode into this, but we might start seeing our Google spend becoming more expensive at one location, because all we're doing is we're putting all the costs through at Willoughby at the minute, and we're not associating any of the Google ad spend at Clough Road, because we was already spending this type of money at Willoughby anyway. That's interesting. And so, right, so basically 72 quotes came from Google, and that was 57% of our overall inquiries. However, 67% of our overall move-ins came from Google. And if we look here at the average cost per move-in, it's actually gone up to £167.36. But that is not strictly true, because there's also the Google ad spend for Clough Road. And all we've done is amalgamated all the Google ad spend and put it on Willoughby's profit and loss, if you like, and our Willoughby's stats. So yeah, it doesn't equate to that. However, so maybe, and we've had loads of move-ins at Clough Road as well. So maybe the cost from Google is going to be coming better for us, because we're now, if we halve that across 2 sites, that means it's around about 84 quid per move-in, which is one of the best we've ever had. And maybe it's because we're not losing them customers from the filter who are location dependent. Or location suitable, because we've got 2 sites now. It's interesting. Anyway, I'll go. I know I haven't explained it very well, but hopefully you get it. Word of mouth, 18 quotes. That's 14% of our overall inquiries. However, it was 10.26 of our overall move-ins. Very interesting data there as well. Signs was 27. That's 21% of our overall inquiries were signs, and that equated to 13% of our overall move-ins. That's very, very interesting, because you'd expect word of mouth and signs, you'd expect the percentage move-ins to be more than the percentage of inquiries. And so maybe this is just an outlier month. This is why it's so important, because I would not normally expect that to happen. I would expect signs and word of mouth to be much higher than that. And also used before. We've had 3 quotes from used before. That's 2.38% of our inquiries, and 2.56 of our overall move-ins have come from used before. It's very, very small sample sizes, that. So, and again, this is a month. It's only a month. So it's only a small sample size. So for me, I'll be really excited. Yes, that's how sad I am. That's how boring and exciting my life is. I'll be really excited to see how this contrasts and compares in April. And I don't have any data at the minute from where the quotes are coming from for so far in April, because it's, when I'm recording this, it's the 21st of April. And I only look at this on a monthly basis, because if you're looking at too regular, you can absolutely drive yourself wild. Beverly 24, 2 of our quotes came from Beverly 24. That's 1.59%. And we had 5.13% of our overall move-ins. That is interesting. Social media, again, number of inquiries is 2. And we had zero move-ins, so 0%, which is as you'd expect from social media. Social media is a branding exercise only. And I have the data to prove from us that it just doesn't, you can't prove it. You can only surmise. It's pointing in direction that social media marketing doesn't work. I know some people out there in self-storage believe that social media marketing is the reason why they're so popular. My data suggests other than that, because there's got to be intent. And the problem is, when social media marketing, you're just spraying your branding, your message out there to everybody. And the problem is that it's not people with intent to use storage or moving and stuff like that. So I personally don't think it works, but test. That's what we do. We test. I've tested it. For me, it doesn't work. So Google ad spend this month is being £4,351.35. The actual cost of advertising for Google this month per move-in was £167.36. But don't forget, the cost of advertising was £4,351, but now that's over 2 sites. So that's incredible. So we're getting Clough Road reservations and move-ins almost for free, if you like, from Google, because we're putting all the associated costs down to Willoughby at the minute, which isn't strictly true. Perhaps we should, or maybe we'll change it. So average cost per square foot of movement is 2.05. So if we half that, that'll be £1.25, 1.25 pence per customer. So £1.25. Oh God. Don't do maths in public maths. So it would be £1, 2.5 pence per square foot if we halved it. Right, number of move-ins, as we know, was 39. That was square foot moved in. New square foot moved in was £3,425, and that was, and then we obviously had people taking extra rooms and stuff. So in total, we had £4,835. I've got pounds on the brain. 4,835 square foot moved in, which is it's good. It's good. I like anything about 5,000 square foot would be great. Obviously, we've got Clough Road as well, which we had maybe 2,000 square foot moved in. Square foot moved out, the important bit. I'm going to tell you that after a word from our sponsors, if we have any. I don't know. We're updating our sponsors basically at the minute, and do you know what? I'm not very good at this because I've got so many people asking to sponsor the podcast, and because I'm on holiday, I've just gone. Bleh, and just got in touch with nobody. I've literally got people who want to spend thousands of pounds a month sponsoring the podcast, and because I'm torn of who to sponsor and how to sponsor it, I don't know what to do. So anyway, we might have a sponsor now. If we don't, then I've got to get on with it next week because I've just got money lying on the table. All I've got to do is email people back and say, yeah, okay, sponsor the podcast. Anyway, so if you do want to sponsor the podcast, get in touch and I'll try to get in touch with you. But it's purely because I think at the minute, this is just shot up, having over 10,000 downloads a month, which is mental, absolutely crazy. Sometimes, look, I've just come back from a run and I'm doing this podcast, and it's incredible that you guys listen. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Some days we have over 1,000 people listen, which is absolutely bananas. So I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, here's a quick word from our sponsor. And we're back. So square foot moved out was 4,815. So we was a grand total of 20 square foot up. Woohoo! It's a net positive month. That's a net positive. We'll take it. Amount of rooms moved in was 63. Amount of rooms moved out was 60. Net for the month was 3. So total internal rooms occupied was 358. Amount of containers in was 1. Amount of containers moved out was 4. So net for the month was 3. So we've got 42 containers rented out. Car parking, we've got 1 moved in, which only moving in for a short period of time, about 7. And at the minute, with total internal rooms occupied, square foot, is 31,535. So we're 31,535 occupied square foot, which is a total of store occupancy of 81%. I've got a red mark here saying this is lower than last month as we added 100 square foot container to the total square foot. We've just ordered some more containers as well, 2 more, which means we are completely full because I think we've kicked out a vehicle or something. Lock sales, we had 69% of people bought a lock, which is pretty low. But to be honest, I don't really push it that much. I should do. Dave Davies was like, mate, you need to push this. And I was like, yeah, but Dave, it's only a few quid. What's the point? And he goes, and I don't know. I should push it really. Total packaging material sales was £986.73. And that was an average per moving of £25.30, which is good. Anything over £25 is good. True period revenue is 72,200. Actual revenue for the month for Stormore, including VAT. This is what we've actually took. We've took £87,039.05. Total amount of insurance sold this month was 210,000, which is an average for new move-ins of £5,384 insurance. The van rental, number of times a van was rented out. We rented the Transit out 17 and the Luton out 23, the Luton wins. So which means a total net van rental of £1,035, which is good. It pays for all the everything. So the amount of Google reviews, we had 8 Google reviews, but only 1 FIFO review. Obviously, they're all 5-star because we are shit hot at customer care. Customers come first. Right, what else can I tell you guys? I did have this all up and running. Let's see if I press monthly reports, if it comes up. Here we go. I just want to talk about chain rate. That's what I want to talk about real quickly. It's probably already open somewhere. Here we go. Square foot. Let's have a look. So chain rate for me appears to be going down, which is nice. No, it's going up. what a wally. It felt like it was going down, but no, apparently it's going. But it is going down in a sense. So in January it was January, February, March, April. So in January it was 17.46%. In February it was 13.87%, and in March it was 15.27%. So it's not too bad at all. It's not too. I want to be below 15%. Ideally, I want to be below 10% because that's where a mature facility should be in my eyes. I definitely think it should be aiming for 10% throughout the year, which Beverly is. Willoughby's not there yet. But like I say, chain rate is the price you pay for high rent per square foot. Right. What other thing do I want to tell you? The highest with occupancy we've ever been. Oh God, it's quite high. Is 33,260. So at the minute, let's have a look. 33,260, and that was back in July 21. That was when was highest, and now we're at 31,535, I think that says. So we're 1,725 square foot off the most. However, we're 800 square foot up this month already. So we're literally about 1,000 square foot off the biggest occupancy we've ever been, which is super duper. Anyway, I said this was going to be quick, but it hasn't turned out to be that quick. All right, love you. Appreciate you. Got to go because I need a shower and we need to get setting off. See you later. Bye.